La 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 la. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. Hey. La la la. I think we figured it out. Don't touch any wires. If you touch. I was singing this song this morning. If you touch the wires and they don't like it, they won't work for you. All right, man. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the program. Thank you for the delay. Thank you for bearing with my delay. So welcome. I think I have a different sound today. Something's not right. Something's different. Hard, off, hard, nothing. Okay, so we have a bit of a glitch right now. Raise your hand if you can hear me. I think you can hear me. Oh yeah, we're recording. There we go. All right. So my apologies. And there we are. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the program. Today is September 5 in the year 2023. The Great Burning Man has turned to mud. The Great Burning Man, down a cultural spectacle where all of the awake people come together and celebrate the elements, almost got rained out. Right? You think that it wouldn't have gotten rained out? Do you think that the hippies and the people there would have embraced the weather, embraced the rain? But no, they ran like cowards. They scavenged for food. Well, not really, but so good morning, everybody. I hope everybody had a nice weekend. We'll taking it easy this week. This week is a week off. I'm not going to be here tomorrow. Throughout the week, I'm going to take a little break, and there's a lot of time to talk about a lot of things going forward. But sometimes you need to shut off the engine and let the batteries recharge, if you know what I mean. And so I'll be doing that the end of the week. Even this audio, I don't know what the problem is. It's a device, right? I shouldn't even be touching it, but it's a device. And I'm really not happy with it. It dies. It goes out. It creates this incredible static. So I have to solve a technical problem before I begin again next time, because I don't want to open the door. I don't want to open up the file and then it's you start the show and you got static in your ear, unworkable. So good morning, everybody in chat. VD Martini in the house. Sean Kane is here. Champs in the house as well. Snake, my brother. David Brown, Sedento, Justin Falzone. William R. Hall. Everybody's here. Weesty, I saw Weesty in there earlier. Weevil Girl in the house. Wrench is in the house. So this is my thumbnail today. Burning mud. Mud will not burn in the desert. Now this whole Burning Man fiasco that draws upwards of 75,000 people was thrown into array with 1 inch of rain. Now, if you live in any other part of the country, 1 inch of rain is wonderful. 1 inch of rain is enough to water your plants. But in the Las Vegas, Nevada desert, that shit will swamp you and create 12 inches of mud, like quicksand. Right? So the elements had their way with Nevada. I've been there when it rains, and it's not built for rain. The rain doesn't run off. It's a puddle. The those places, they build these towns in fucking in the bottom of a prehistoric puddle, right? It's a basin, right? So when the water comes in, it just stays there. It doesn't. Although there's only 1 inch of rain, it's coming in from all different areas. And I guess they picked the lowest area to set up camp. But nonetheless, let's see how the culturally awake handle a little of Mother Nature's wrath. That's really what's going on. So I got a website, Marcus Conte, every morning, 9 a.m. If the equipment is working, we'll break to the markets. Market is open today. Looking to open a little down this morning. And we'll see how we go forward in September in the markets. So, I have a website, marcusconte.com. If we're ever lost or stolen or I'm not here, just come here and I'll tell you where I am, what's going on. I might have to order a new piece of equipment. But right now, we're moving. We're smoking right now. I'm enjoying it. Put a little reverb. How's the reverb? Reverb's working. So anyway, let's start here. In woke culture, a fan was kicked out of the U.S. Open for allegedly using famous Hitler phrase at the Alexander Zverev, or whatever his name is, right? German dude, and somebody in the audience put out a famous Hitler phrase. What famous Hitler phrase? What, Hi Hitler? What was the phrase that they used? Well, it turns out someone was singing a song in the audience that this guy didn't like. And what song was he singing? He was singing, somebody in the audience was singing, what the fuck was the song? Oh, it was Deutschland über alles, right? Some kind of, he started singing the anthem of Hitler that was back in the day, he said. Right, now, here's the deal, right? You're a fucking professional tennis player, and somebody is heckling you in the audience, and you stop the game to have the heckler removed? No, fuck you. Deal with it, right? Deal with it. Someone wants to sing anything, right? I said this notion of what you can say and what you can't say has gone too far. This is not screaming fire in a crowded building. That's not what this is. This is something different. This guy, 24-year-old professional tennis player, doesn't like something that was said because it reminds him of his roots. Right? And this is not to say any of the characters are talking about, like Hitler is a good guy or a bad guy, whatever the fuck. They're historical characters in a play, right? And we're all part of that play. And somebody starts to sing one of the old songs, right? And everybody gets tied in a frizzy. So here's the scene, right? It's fucking weird, right? Where's the scene? So this guy, where's the fucking scene, man? It's so stupid, right? So stupid. People need to grow up already, right? Right? What's so offensive about this? Right? Why was the guy offended? I don't know. But it took 41 minutes. The athlete spoke to the crowd. What happened? He said he was singing a song that I didn't like, and they escorted the fucker out. Let's see where he is. I don't want to see that. Let's see. I want you to see how the thought. Here's the thought police coming down. No, you sang a song. No, you sang a song that we didn't like, and the player, and we're gonna come down here with 5 and 6 and 8 people and yank you out of your chair and escort you out of the building. What a little baby. I don't like what was being said. Come on. It's just words. Get over it. So more words. Woody Allen. People hate fucking Woody Allen. They think he's a pedophile. He married his daughter. He's they forget that he's a brilliant filmmaker. He's made over 80 films. At 87 years old, he's what happened? Woody Allen is calling cancel culture silly. All right, cancel culture, where everybody gets canceled. It's silly after being dogged for decades over sex abuse allegations, which were never proven to be anything. So Woody Allen is sitting there, 87 years old. He's at the Venice Film Festival releasing his latest film, Coup de Chance, at 87 years old. And people don't like it. They don't like him because they think he did bad things that were never proven to be anything. He did marry his 22-year-old stepdaughter. But I don't know, the stepdaughter never seemed to mind. She was 22 at the time. I feel if you're going to be canceled, this is the culture to be canceled by. I find that all so silly, Allen told the outlet. Right? Now, you could hate on Woody Allen. I think he's a genius. I love his movies. I've seen many, many movies. I think he's written some of the most poignant movies of our time. I think they will live in infamy if they're not somehow erased going forward, because that's possible too. The generation today may say, well, you know what? Everything prior to 2025 was racist and misogynist and homophobic and promoted violence and hatred and all of these things. And in a swoop of a button, in a push of a button, they could say, okay, well, let's erase all of the history, all of the video, all of the movies, all of the PDF books ever made before 2025, for example. And then what do you have? We have a new beginning. All our memory has been eviscerated. The libraries didn't keep up with it because we stopped making books. It was all electronic. Cancel culture. You got to be careful of that. Just let things be. They'll knock down all the statues. Knock down every fucking statue. Here's another one where allegations gone wild. There's a new movie called Priscilla Presley. Priscilla Presley was Elvis's wife. And Elvis apparently met his wife when she was 14 years old. Elvis and Priscilla claimed that it was love at first sight, a kind of not of a sexual nature, but of a coming together of two souls. Elvis felt very comfortable around Priscilla, and so on. But everybody, the average human mind can't get their head around the fact that maybe what they're saying is true. Elvis wasn't a 14-year-old, fucking hunting down 14-year-old girls, right? So, and again, even though Priscilla Presley has said it, Priscilla Presley is once again setting the record straight about her relationship with Elvis Presley, insisting they didn't sleep together when she met at age 14. Well, whatever, right? So do we believe her? Can we believe what the woman is saying or no? Fuck Elvis. Elvis is a white male misogynist, redneck. Yeah, he sang and he danced, but he's still white. So I don't know. Should we cancel Elvis? Should Elvis go down in history? Should we destroy Elvis like cancel culture destroyed Michael Jackson with no evidence? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Even when the woman herself says nothing inappropriate occurred, people will still look at Elvis and say, no, she was 14, and they were friends, and that's how. So there's a movie out. Let's watch the movie. Sofia Coppola, the director who brought us Lost in Translation, Francis Ford Coppola's daughter, excellent movie maker, made the movie. She is definitely woman friendly. She makes movies from an alleged women's perspective. So we'll watch the movie. Definitely Priscilla is the name of the movie. It got standing ovations at the Vienna Film Festival, wherever it was, over there in Italy. And but anyway, cancel culture, right? So what's going on over there in Kensington? Is Kensington getting any better? Is it getting any better on the streets of Philadelphia? Where's Bruce Springsteen singing about the streets of Philadelphia, right? This is what's going on right now in your world. It's a open drug store, a drug den, drug store, drug den. Yo, man, where's the shit? Still going on. I feel for the people that own these places, right? Fucking nail place. You got to climb over the half-dead bodies to get into the nail salon. Gift hop. You got to hop gift house. You got to hop over the dead bodies to get into the house. So it's not getting any better over there. Look at this guy. Oh, man, this shit is so good. Yep, this is what the bottom. And now a commercial. You can't even watch people killing themselves without a commercial. This guy caters to it. He's still open. Mr. Medina Market still open. Oh, I got my hit. I could go now. I'm gonna go over here. No, I'm done. No, I think I'll go over here. I think I'll sit down some more, man. I got my shit. So wild stuff happening on the streets of Philadelphia. You know, there's Snake asks, how do they stay in business? How do these stores stay in business? Well, a lot of it is routine. A lot of it is, people that live in the area are not necessarily afraid of the junkies. They know how to navigate through the mess, if you will. I don't see. I imagine there is a tourist trade. People like to come here and see the shit. Not everybody that goes to a drug spot is necessarily poor. They go there, they buy their poison, and they get back on the train or hop back in their Lexus and go back to the other hood. Right? But yeah, man. Burning Man on the street, right? So let's get into Burning Man. Let's see what's going on in Burning Man. So Burning Man's flood-related driving ban lifted. Mass exodus underway. Mass exodus. Now it occurs to me that Burning Man, a lot of people that participate in Burning Man love Burning Man. They go there to let their freak out, right? To let their hair down and dance, sometimes naked, around the fire, and worship the moon and the stars and the elements. But what about the fucking rain? The rain. Oh my God, we can't drive. So 70,000 people got hit with 1 inch of rain after they were all settled in out there in the desert. And it created a mass exodus of people trying to get away. Now, you can't drive a car, and certainly you can't drive an RV in 12 inches of mud. It ain't going to happen. Now, you probably could drive, a souped-up four-wheel drive pickup or Jeep. People who had Jeeps were gold. You can get through 12 inches of mud with a Jeep. But most cars are deemed useless. You might even get a little run out of a dirt bike if you can find your footing on a dirt motorcycle. But there you go. There's the images speak louder than words. There's the hippies and the culturally advanced who could spend weeks and weeks and weeks at Burning Man in fur coats eating frog raw out of the can, man. And they're still there. They're wallowing around in the mud. A lot of people decided to walk away from the scene. They walked like 6 miles through the desert in the mud. Now this lady has it right. See, this is correct behavior. You don't run away from it. You worship the elements, burning people. Hey, Burning Man, you lay down in the mud and you enjoy it. You allow it Right? When's the next time you're gonna be able to be in 12 inches of desert mud? Wouldn't you want to lay down in it and see how it treats your body? Right? Mud is mud pack. Right? You'll come out of Burning Man rejuvenated from the mud. Right? You pack yourself in the mud, and it pulls the shit out of your body, right? It's like a vacuum cleaner, right? It extracts the poisons from your body when you lay down in the mud. Nobody thought of that while they were there. Instead, they thought to run for the hills and complain that they have no food and the bathroom doesn't work and I'm wet and I got mud on me and right? They complained. All these fucking people complaining. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I bought a first class ticket and it rained. I want a refund. 64,000 attendees were still trapped on Monday. Trapped is figurative, I would imagine. You could say trapped figuratively. I could see, I will say that it is hard to sleep in the fucking mud. But if there's all these vehicles stranded, you can't tell me you can't figure out a way to lay down on top of a RV that's stuck in the mud and sleep under the stars. You have to be inside and covered completely. These people are here's an aerial shot, people trying to escape the mud, but Mother Nature had their way with the burning people. It only rained for a hot minute. 1 inch of rain happens very quickly. It's just a downpour. Boom! And then the water comes down and fills everything up. All right. Let's watch some videos. I got some videos. Here's let's watch video. Video speaks. Let's watch some video. Here they are. So there you go. There you see it's mud. Not very clean. Usually Burning Man, when you walk around, there's all kinds of musicians banging on drums and singing their songs and prancing around scantedly. But now it's very quiet. It's Exodus mode. They're caught in the Exodus mode of trying to get away from it. I don't like it. It's wet. It's easy to say. It's easier said than done. You come out there and you give up your very, very dry life back at home, and suddenly you're standing out and it's fucking you have to survive in mud. Right, with 70,000 other idiots that did the same thing.
Burning Man that attracted more than 70,000 turned into a muddy fiasco when monsoon weather slammed the retreat location. Partygoers describing the scenes of getting trapped in mud that felt like quicksand, stranded in these conditions with no working toilets, limited cell service, and only the food and supplies they brought.
There's no vendors for food, no. There's a bunch of really nice people that are sharing what they have. Our camp brings out supplies, and we have kind of a makeshift kitchen where we prepare 2 meals a day.
Event organizers.
There was no food crises. If there were a food crisis with 70,000 people stranded and no food, the Red Cross would have flew in a fucking truckload of food, and nobody did that. So there was no threat of famine, right? People were giving away the excess food they had because it's only going to be a day or two, right? So there was no starvation threat. That was bullshit.
Calling for people to stay in place and wait out the storm. The Black Rock Desert, a place that barely gets a 1/4 inch of rain or less in September, getting up to 1 inch within hours over the weekend.
It hit us pretty straight on, and the rain came as expected, and caused a mess. But
the festival, known for its self-reliant spirit centered around art, music, and camping, also attracting tech executives and celebrities. DJ Diplo sharing this video of him and comedian Chris Rock trudging through miles of mud to evacuate. Nevada officials closing down the roadways to the...
Zoot Cuda says mud sucks the water out of the skin. Right? Alkali mud sucks the water out of the skin. Right? So what happens? You end up like a prune? It sucks out all your water? You don't want that water anyway. You drink new water. Right? if it's sucking the water out, just drink more water.
The event after one death was reported. The local sheriff's office investigating the death, saying
Snake says, set up a gyro stand, right? Fucking vegan gyro, 20 bucks a sandwich. What are you gonna do? It's 20 bucks. Fuck you. What are you gonna starve to death? Hippie? Buy my gyro, 20 bucks.
it occurred during this rain event,
Falafel.
adding the family has been notified. Organizers are asking event goers to consider leaving the desert tomorrow as officials work to reopen roads and drier conditions will allow for them to leave safely.
Oh, okay. They're all so afraid. What else? Thousands of people attended the Burning Man. So it turned out to be, look, there's a beautiful rainbow that nobody seems to notice. All of a sudden, the conditions on Earth are so unbearable that, fuck that rainbow. Fuck the rainbow. Honey, there's a rainbow out. Fuck you, I'm in the mud. Right? You see how spirits can get doused. Right? Kiddie pool full of mud. They were ready to party. They were ready to have a good time. And the fucking mud killed it, man. Killed it. Killed their party, man. They didn't know how to turn it around.
Get out of Burning Man.
The entire place is absolutely just soaked.
After 2 days of heavy rainfall left more than 70,000 trapped.
Well, that guy, I take that back. I said a motorized bike or a dirt bike would work, but it seems like that guy was... The bicycle / motorcycles are not working either.
More than 70,000 trapped in thick mud in the middle of the remote Nevada desert.
Driving a vehicle right now is impossible. There is absolutely no way you can move a vehicle through this right now.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you next time pick the fucking mountaintop? Why don't you pick the side of the mountain to have your festival and not down in the mud, the potential mud, right?
The local sheriff's office now probing the death of one person during.
See, if they would have done this festival not on the flatland, but if they would have done it in the hill, right? And Las Vegas, Nevada has plenty of hills, plenty of mountainous, desert mountain. But no, they chose to have it down in the flatlands, and when the wakeboarding of rain came, they said, "Oh, it's okay. We'll just ride it out." You should have brought the fucking surfboards, the wakeboards, right? That would have been fun.
During the rain event.
Anybody who had a snowmobile, I bet a snowmobile would work wonders in the mud, right? Running a snowmobile over the mud, I bet it would work.
The cause still under investigation, but the festival says the death was not storm related.
I think I could be trapped here for a couple more days.
The unprecedented downpour started Friday. Festival organizers telling burners to shelter in place and to conserve food, water, and fuel while closing roads both in and out of the playa.
Did you all know that this was likely going to happen?
We get a daily weather report. There was no cause for panic.
Burning Man CEO Marianne Goodell telling me the self-reliant community of burners came well prepared for desert extremes.
We've made it really clear that we do not see this as an evacuation situation and that the community is patient and the water is drying up.
The sludge not stopping some from making the treacherous journey by foot.
We took everything we needed to survive on our backs.
Desperate to make it back to their children at home, Bear Kate and his wife walked 6 miles to the nearest open road.
There were actually rivers that were flooding through the playa.
See, humans have gotten to the point where they can't tolerate a little inconvenience. Right, that little inconvenience, rather than coming together and embracing it as something spectacular. Could you imagine the scene of 70,000 people dancing in the mud? That's the scene that we should have seen. If people are truly awake, they would have all went out together, hand in hand, and made a giant circle jerk around the whole event and danced in the mud. But instead, they piled out of there like cowards. Right? Humans, I can't take it. I can't be in the mud. I can't be. We've evolved away from the mud. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'll go jump in the ocean, but I'm not going to sit in the mud.
Where we had to test and see how deep they worked. My wife was carried.
I'll jump in my pool, but not in the mud.
across the river by a very strong man who carried her on her back.
Some celebrities literally following
Tsukuda says there's reports of cannibalism. I didn't hear that one, but I'll keep my ears open.
in their footsteps.
We walked 3 miles now. We got, I think, 5 more.
DJ Diplo and comedian Chris
Oh my God, he walked 5 miles and another 3 more. Oh my God, he's gonna die. I run 5 miles every other day. I'm not complaining.
Rock also
And I do it in the rain too. The rain doesn't stop me. Sometimes you're running in the mud. Big fucking deal.
trudging through the
Oh, look, it's Chris Rock. Chris Rock is running. He's running away. He's got his New York shirt on.
mud for miles before being rescued by Good Samaritans. Back at the camp, trapped burners coming together and holding on to hope that the weather finally clears in time for the annual Burn the Man finale.
And that they burned this man at 9 p.m. on Monday, so they did it last night, even though nobody was there. See, look at the beauty of it, right? All the mud, and it should have been all people just gathered around dancing in the fucking mud, but it didn't work out that way. I bet you could sleep in the mud, right? Did anybody try to sleep in the mud?
Proving nothing can extinguish the spirit of this decades-long movement.
It did kill the spirit of this decades-long movement. They ran like cowards. They ran away from it. What's this one?
That is obscene.
Tens of thousands of people are being told to shelter in place at the popular shelter.
Supposed to burn tonight at 8 p.m. I don't think it's gonna burn. There's a strange, dystopian feeling out here. Burning Man paused in time. There's bikes everywhere. People are just out, and the biggest thing is it's completely silent. There's no music. There's always music.
You know, look at this guy. He doesn't seem to be in 12 inches of mud. He's not in fucking quicksand, you cowards. He's in a little mud. He's squishing through the mud. So what? He's got boots on.
Also, the media people have been flying drones.
And you know what's also good about it? There's no glass. There's probably nothing, no sharp, stupid human objects to hit you in the feet. Walk barefoot, man.
I don't have the drone permit, but I have the foot permit. Bikes are by far the most common mode of transportation in Black Rock City and have been rendered...
William R. Hall points out Woodstock 94 was raining. Yeah, I remember that. And they started tipping over the Porto Johns and everybody got sick from Ebola or whatever. That was a lot of people, right? And the young people weren't going to take no for an answer. They weren't enjoying the mud. It was just a one night fiasco, right? Here it seems like it was far less devastating. They had their RVs, right? So the RV's stuck in the mud. Big deal. Get your supplies out and enjoy. You'll dig it out later, for Christ's sake. In a month or two, in a week or two, you'll pay a tow truck. Right? The tow truck guys are going to make fucking mint. They're going to go in there and pull everybody out. Just relax, man. Enjoy yourself. You're probably rich anyway.
Useless as a mode of transportation. So next to basically every lamppost, there is abandoned...
Johnny Half says, watch out for the scorpions. The scorpions in there?
Laid up waiting for their owners to come retrieve them at a later date.
There's no fucking scorpions in the sand. Scorpions are in the sand? Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
This is known as an art car or a mutant vehicle at Burning Man. Generally, they'll roll around Deep Playa and play music, and a lot of people will follow them around.
Mm-hmm.
And there's hundreds of them, all stuck from, like this one, a couple hundred feet from town to several miles out on Deep Playa.
Why didn't you play the music? What stops you from playing the music? Why did the event stop because of the mud?
No way to recover them right now. These people jacked theirs up so they didn't sink into the mud, which was smart of them.
A friend of mine just texted me. I heard you guys are in a national state of emergency.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
So Burning Man's a national state of emergency?
Supposedly on the outside, in the default world, we are in a national state of emergency. I'm freaking out.
See, now that's the right attitude right there. I'm freaking out.
Burning Man.
I'll give that mud about 6 inches, maybe 4 to 6 inches, not 12.
It's canceled.
We are in Black Rock City, reporting live from the state of emergency in Nevada.
What's your name?
I'm Dan Sakles. I'm from
Hi,
Mountain
Dan.
View, and I was part of the burn the second year on the playa. And I was consecutively here through 96, and then I took a 28-year hiatus, and I'm back.
How do you feel about your first year back?
Well, it's the new era of Burning Man. I'm from the original tribe. I'm part of Cacophony Society, so I was
Oh,
part
boy.
of the origin.
All right, I think we got the gist of it. So let's flash to the markets. Looks like the markets are opening down a little bit under pressure on this coming back off a holiday weekend, and we'll see if everything refreshes. It seems like technology is failing right now. I'm hearing myself very different as well through this faulted piece of equipment. So S&P 500 down 14, Dow Jones Industrial Average down 59, S&P 500 down 58 this morning. A lot of red. I'm seeing actually a little mix. Tesla up 6 on the green side. Meta up 50 cents. Amazon down $1.69. Apple down $1.41. Google down 97 cents. Rivian is up 25 cents. Tilray is up 22 cents. Those are the meme stocks. Bitcoin up 4 cents. Excuse me. Down $155. Excuse me. What else we got here? Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Boeing, the military industrial complex stocks all down a little bit. The holy vaccine stocks, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna are mixed. So this is kind of a mixed, aka flat open. We'll see. We'll see if we go down from here, or there's only two options in the stock market. Are we going to go down from here, or are we going to go up from here? Nobody knows. Nobody fucking knows which way it's going to go, but it's going to go. So thank you all for joining me. Mark Sconti reporting. I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I am going on a little adventure of my own and relaxing till the end of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. I'm not going to be here. So I will see you guys next week. Thank you for being patient with me on my little reprieve. I hope you guys have one too. Take it easy. And waiting back from Mikhail Sly, friend of the program. I'm awaiting his response from a letter I sent him. I'll inform once I receive it. And thank you all for joining me. And let's go back to hippie music. See, these guys, these people should have been there, right? These people should have been there, right? This is what you want to do when there's mud. When 6 inches of mud happen. Peace, everybody.